government, in its fight against crime and criminal activities across Guyana, has, through the Ministry of Home Affairs, implemented and funded community policing groups, which complement the work of the police. Minister of Home Affairs Clement Rohi has embarked on an outreach program where he meets and listens to resident security concerns and problems faced with CPG members. Minister Rohi has already visited various communities on the east coast of Demerara. The areas covered include Pattensen Turkine, Industry Ogle, Pleasance, Better Hope, Montrose, Success, Chateau Margaux, and Pigeon Island.
The police has got an integral role in security. We have got to walk along with the citizenry of this country if this place is to be made safe. We owe you that. Constitutionally, we took an oath in office, and we are, by virtue of that fact, bonded to support society, to support the government, and to see to it that we keep crime as much as possible out of the society.
My name is Joseph Mohammed Shah. Past 2 weeks, around 2:30 a.m., a white car with a black motorcycle without number plate was in front of my property. I get a phone call from a neighbor, said if I got a taxi in front of me. I said no. When we come out, we see 3 Negro guys inside the car. I arrested the guy on the bike and just drove right away. That's all. Thank you.
In addressing the residents of Industry, Minister Rohi told them that they have a right to feel safe and secure, and the state is obliged to provide them with such, and that is why government is investing so much in this sector. The police force alone cannot do it, hence the community needs to be more involved.
In 1992, the Ministry of Home Affairs, which I am the Minister for right now, used to receive $13.4 million. Today, that ministry is receiving $1.9 billion. From $13.4 million to $1.9 billion. That is from 1992 to 2011. In 1992, the Guyana Police Force was receiving $589,491,000. Today, they're receiving $5.7 billion. $5.7 billion. The Guyana Defense Force was receiving $599 million. Today, the Guyana Defense Force is receiving $6.5 billion. The Guyana Fire Service was receiving $27 million. Today, the Guyana Fire Service is receiving $702 million. The prison service was receiving $68 million. Today, the prison service is receiving $1 billion.
Residents of Ogle were urged to form a CPG since one does not exist in that community.
The Guyana Police Force has the responsibility of ensuring protection and security for the citizenry of this nation. The motto of the force, service and protection. In C Division, the police are working on a 24-hour basis to ensure that this is done, using the means provided to adequately police the division. However, the involvement of the community in assisting the police is of utmost importance.
Turkine residents complained about youths in the area becoming more involved in the use and trade of marijuana. Minister Rohi pointed out that this is a community issue, explaining that unless there is a demand for such a drug, it would have never been sold.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think, having listened to the Honorable Minister, it's time you should unite, form yourselves into a group to assist the police in providing security for this community. The reason why I'm saying this is that crime has a cost to it, and we all know of the cost. If you don't know, let me help repeat some of the costs that you might know. Permanent grief. You know about that? Loss of disability, loss of property. These are things that you mightn't be able to replace. So before these things happen to us in this community, please approach the divisional executive, seek some advice from the neighboring group, and form yourself into a community policing group so you could assist in protecting your community.
Non-cooperation between the police and residents of the Plaisance community was the most contentious issue at that meeting. Minister Rohi stated the Ministry of Home Affairs, through its Citizen Security Program, planned a community fund day with the sole aim of strengthening the relationship of members of the community with each other and the members of the force.
But it sounds to me like we have a lot of young people who are either they're not criminal, but lying and getting into stupid mischief. And I wondered whether it would not be a good thing for there to be a community outreach between the police themselves here at Spardan.
I've been living in Plaisance for about 2 years now. My concern is the noise nuisance and the disorderly behavior, and as a result of it, the disturbance of my rest that is caused by the Passa party that is held at the corner of Prince William and Britain Streets. This occurs every Thursday night, and as far as I'm aware, it happens when the session on the line is closed off by the police.
The Plaisance Community Fund Day kicked off with a blast, seeing cultural presentations from the St. John's Boys Orphanage, Glory Light Troopers, and the trainees of the Citizen Security Program. Here is a highlight.
Go in the kitchen, get your meals, and from Monday morning wake up, you cook food, wash clothes, and put the water before you let clothes.
My name is Marlon Sarai. I'm a trainee for electrician. My story is Sarah James. We learn a lot of things, like how to wire place. So far, we gone to fuse box and stuff like that. Soon I be into big building for work with him. Yeah, in the long future, well, I see I will be good. Making money off of this program is really good. I'm glad for it.
Minister Rohi notified Better Hope residents of the ongoing campaign to prosecute noise nuisance offenders in wake of the number of such complaints. Residents complain that the police are not responding to telephone complaints.
But once we got a village where we don't have major crimes being committed, what they call serious crimes, what we have to do is to work to keep it that way. And once you work to keep it that way, the police are happy.
Minister Rohi urged Montrose residents to put their personal differences aside and focus on issues of importance to the community. Work together with CPG members to have such differences resolved so that a common good can be achieved for the community. He informed Success residents of laws that were enacted to slaughter pigs as long as they have been found to continuously graze. He also mentioned that the East Coast Demerara District is well sourced and equipped to respond to any security matter that arises, regardless of its nature.
We're going to continue this campaign, and I'm advising the police not to be selective in how they enforce the law in respect of loud, repetitive, and continuous music. Seize the equipment, carry it to the station, and let the matter go to court.
Chateau Margaux CPG members were urged to strengthen their relationship with the police force by engaging the police in social activities. Pigeon Island residents were told that they have a personal responsibility in helping the government to attain its objectives by utilizing the system that government has in place so to continue enjoying crime-free community.
I will just make one point concerning the policing group. I would like more people to join the policing group. And when we arrest people and carry them at the TV station, people come back and tell us that they pay the police and they come out and do case now against these people.
I have a baby here, and these people living next to my landlady, they are a set of tormented people. This woman is the head of the nursery, and nursery school, Chateau Margaux. And if she's doing these things to people, what else? How can she teach children? She have her son-in-law and her daughter-in-law. Every night they throw stones at my place, they break up my windows, and every time I go to the station and make a report, someone there always tell me that you saw the people in, you know anything about these people?
Let us join hands as Guyanese, because we're all living under one house called Guyana. Let us join hands as Guyanese and try our best to protect and ensure the safety of the different communities in which we live.
The CPG outreach program has so far been a success since it has given residents and the CPG members an opportunity to voice their concerns and make recommendations on the way forward for their community.